welcome back to the railway.
In today's video I'm going to be showing you how I made all these hillsides along the banking next to the incline section. So I just jump back in time and I'll show you how I did it. So just thought I'd show you the progress I'm making with the banking. So these pieces of foam that I showed you in the last video, they've now been cut round so that they match with the foam. This one's a little bit too straight than it needs to be, but I can sort that out and fill in any gaps that there's going to be. So all I'm doing now is just using a craft knife just to carve these blocks so that they then have the same level and the right angles that I'm after. As you can see, I've made some more progress since the last section of video. I've got these two blocks here that have been roughly cut in. I still need to cut that one at an angle like that so it slides in and fills in this gap. But then when that's done, I'll then start shaping these blocks down as well. I've got this block here that I've cut off the top of this one that then matches the angle. There's a little bit of a gap here, but I can fill that in later. Then what I'm planning on doing is then shaping this down and then having it smooth then like the other side. I'll then just need another bit that goes here and then angle it down as it goes towards the road that goes through here. Then got the other side over there that I haven't started yet, but all of these sections around here have now been cut. The first two pieces, so this piece and this piece, they've both been sanded, as you can see. The pieces here haven't yet been sanded that go underneath, but they're not far off from completion. And that's what's better than being up in the loft near Christmas doing your model railway while watching, of course, Home Alone. As you can see, I've made quite a mess, but as one of my old art teachers said, to make a masterpiece, first you must make a mess. So let's show you what I've been doing. So you can see I've now carved these blocks of foam over here. As you can see, there's a little bit of a gap there just by the bridge. If I just point just there, I'm going to fill that in and have a not necessarily this, but a wall that will just then kind of join in the gap, and then I'll fill in any gaps that are there with some sort of filler. But yeah, so what I've also done, that piece at the back there that I'm focusing on now, that piece was finished, but I wanted to make it a little bit shorter. So what I've done is just recarved the top of it, just so it makes it look a little bit lower. So when you look at it at that angle, it's a lot lower than it was. It did used to stick up another, I probably cut off about 1 centimetre of the height, maybe a little bit more. So I've also cut this block here. Now that was quite fiddly trying to get so it then lined up nicely at the end there. There's a little gap here. I might put some matchsticks or something in to prop that end up if it needs it. But yeah, that's where all of this mess has come from, is gradually carving all those corner blocks just to the right shape, and then once I was then got it to the shape I was after, then it's carving it down even more, just smoothing it out before I'll then sand them down later. I have also done these two pieces here. When I've cleared all this off, I'll show it in more detail, but all I've got left to do now is this block at the back here, this block here, which will go through this, where there's the portal here, it'll go through there. Again, I'll show you when I've cleared off this mess. And all I've got then is the one more bit to go on this side as well. And then I can use these blocks to go rough about there, and then have the hills going down either side like that to the road in the middle. But yes, then you can see where the road will then come here. It won't carry on along this bit, although it looks like it would. It'll come down this way. This might have some tarmac on it, but it'll have a gate or something blocking it off, like a dirt track or something for a farm. But yes, the main road will carry off the scene here, and you can imagine it would then be going down a slope to the same level as this road here that would then join up to it here. But of course that's not gonna, but you can just visualize it as to how the road would work. So then I don't have to then try and get this to then go right down to the same level and then having it. I just prefer the way it's looking at the moment rather than trying to have the road stay on here to then move it down. because it's going to end up going off the board anyway, so it can join up with this side over here. But anyway, so that's how everything's going. I'll update you when I've either finished this or made some more progress. So yeah, see you then. I'm going to call it there for today. I've just finished shaping in this block here, so as you can see that's now nice and smooth and it matches the line that then follows round from here. All I've got now to do is just to fill in that gap with some offcuts. What I'm planning to do is just use pieces like that just to put in the gap and kind of just fill it in. The only other bit I've got to do over here, I'm going to move this over and I'm going to fill in these two gaps here. But again, those are just minor things. Most of the hillsides have now been done. As I said, all I need to do now is just sand these few down. I might need to do a bit more cutting on this one, but that'll all be in the next video. So thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And if you've got any comments or suggestions, please feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. I'll now get into a running session with some of my locos I haven't run for a while. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. Bye.